Greetings. Login accepted. Synchronizing. Accessing files.
Welcome back, Commander, and prepare for your intelligence briefing. We have some additional personnel for you today, Commander. First of all, I'd like to introduce James Khan. He served with Her Majesty's Royal Engineer Forces. As a Royal Engineer for the British, Khan had a distinguished career leading our forces against both the Vivesander and the Pyre-Smith Pearl. He remains a valuable asset, so much so that we deemed to promote him to put him in charge of one of our carriers. Now, as a carrier commander, he believes that his squadrons are capable of dealing with any threat. Not the only joiner for your team today, Commander, we'd also like to brief you on General James L. Lucifer. He's a combat veteran serving 9 consecutive tours throughout his career in the Air Force, notably his command in both the Vivesander and the Pyre-Smith Pearl theatres has earned him the reputation of master strategist. Notably, the SGC cannot turn down the acceptance of General Lucifer into its ranks given the current threat to Earth and both Earth and the United States. As we begin a new space exploration phase of our Stargate program and mastering our vassals, we expect General Lucifer to provide valuable combat experience. As well as his combat experience, he will command one of our new Daedalus class battleships. I'd also like to introduce you, Commander, to Shadowslily. Shadowslily was the codename of a mysterious commander who now serves under the SGC. Little is known about his origin other than he operated extensively in the Asian theatre and the Pacific back on Earth. Familiar with the cultures and customs of this theatre, he stands ready to combat any threat and has been trained in techniques few in the Western theatres are familiar with. He makes a deadly addition to our team. And finally, but not at all least, I'd also like to introduce you the previous leader of SG4. He led his team through several successful missions, including the capture of several former system lords, before eventually being promoted to third in command in the SGC itself, and again being promoted to Brigadier General. Given command of the USF Imperator's Hope, a Daedalus class with an enhanced Asgard core, Asgard beams and Asgard plasma torpedoes. He now leads the patrols around the solar system, protecting Earth against threats from the remaining Goa'uld, Wraith and Lucian Alliance holdouts. These guys are now ready to join you, Commander, and are heading to the Alpha site. We're engaging the Stargate now. They'll see you on the other side. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bane, and you are joining Stargate Command in the year 2292. Not much has changed. I've done a little bit of research in the meantime for this episode. Where are we at? Basically, if you remember in the last episode, we had taken the Confederacy of Kanjuklamik. It is now our vassal. It has given us a wealth of stuff. I've tried to fill the ships. I need to update my ship designs, just like we did in the first time we did the episode previously. So, we're rivaling the Spookselect multitude. There's not much to say, really. We kind of just need to get our ships up to par, make sure that we're in a good place. I think I've got new stuff. Yes, stuff. I don't pretend to know what it all does. The best one still looks like the engines for them. So yeah, I think we're just going to spend some time updating a few bits. We can have stellar cartography now, which is great, but I don't have any jump drives yet, so that's fine. So we'll keep that as afterburners. Neutronium still have best armor. We've not really got any shields yet or extra armor. There's nothing really to talk about in terms of, we can have nuclear reactors now, but I don't think they're as good as our Naquidas. Oh, we do have new plasma cannons. We have ion disruptors. What do these do? These do 10 to 22 damage. Plus 200% shield. So these could be used to basically take down shields now. So that's pretty cool. We did some laser research. I spent all my time doing lasers now. Because everyone said, "Yeah, you should do lasers, Bane." Fine, we've done lasers. I'm still rating them. 20 to 36, 6.34 average damage. These do more damage. So the railguns do actually do more damage than the gamma lasers. And the plasma cannons don't do as much. They do really good armor damage. So I don't know. I think going for anti-shield is the way to go. 20 to 22, 3.77 plus 200% shield damage. 20%, 3.77. So 100% would be, so do 6, 9 point, about 10 average damage of 10 shield damage. Am I got that right? I don't know what's best to take really. Well, they're smalls, aren't they? So I think 0.87. I think we leave them as plasma. You know. Oh wow, they do more damage. We'll do lasers. We'll do lasers. Go freaking laser beams, man. Oh, that gives me energy problems. That railguns. Does that give you energy? That still gives energy. Everything gives energy problems. This gives more energy problems. Always feeling like you need more energy on your corvettes. So already we could lose the armor, I suppose. Do we need the sensor range? I'm not sure that we need the sensor range. Can we drop that back down? Will that help? No, not really. Oh, I see the armor's not really doing much anyway, even having an armor there. So I just think we lose the armor. Get another generator, and we go with that. We've got our torpedoes. We're going to have proton torpedoes. They're shield torpedoes. I kind of like doing armored torpedoes. I think we're going to stick with armored torpedoes. Anything we can upgrade on these? They look pretty much fine to me. The Prometheus, we can have flat batteries. So what's the difference? 75% tracking, 20% range 30, range 30. Guys, if you know the difference between flat batteries and power barrier point, I suppose these are quoting as the same. No, I have no idea. So I'll leave it for now. We need to update our railguns. So now I have these which do 3.53 or 2.0. I think we'll keep the Rippers. Shields are okay. Wow, we have not updated the sensors in ages. Advanced combat gear, tracking plus 14. Chance to evade plus 4. See, these seem better, just taking the control crystals. But again, we'd have to sacrifice now. This is where we're running into issues. We have to sacrifice armor to power our increasing weapon supplies. Excalibur, she had extra energy anyway, so torpedoes are fine. We now have the railguns, which makes us cost neutral. That's fine. These are obviously new ships, so we're not actually gonna. So we've got the F-32, we've got Wraith Darts, we've got bombers now. 16 to 24, 7 to 14. I think we'll leave the F-302s in there just to be kind of cost neutral. Add some railguns in, just for good measure. Quite happy with the Cerberus. Some snare cruisers. I don't really think I want to change out the snare cruiser. I think it's pretty fine as it is. Daedalus, this needs updating, absolutely. So we got our railgun going on with one torpedo on the stern. And other than that, I think she's okay. I mean, we could try squeezing her up to a level 3 sensors. Gives us better tracking. Level 4 is pushing it. So we could drop her down. So let's keep her at that, level 3. And I think that's it for the ship design. So that's how ship design's done. Right, we had some ship naming. Let me just pause the game, guys, and just get the ship naming list up. Right, I've got my list up now, guys. So we had to name a few ships. So we've got the USAF Morning Star. Or we'll just call it the Morning Star, I think. So Morning Star. Morning Star, which is commanded by General Lucifer. There we go. We also have the hopefully I'm going to pronounce this right, Kainsada, which is commanded by Shadowslily. And finally, we have the Imperator's Hope, which is commanded by Sarin Arterius. I wonder where that name came from. I wonder. Imperator's Arterius? I don't know why I've done that. Imperator's Hope. Imperator's Hope Bane. Sarin Arterius. There we go. Okay. Just because, in honour of those that fell in our last conflict, I am actually going to start renaming some of our ships. You remember we took some losses in the past, and I wanted to celebrate that. So, first of all, we never named, and this is my bad for not missing it completely on my sheet. Let's get past the way. We had a Cerberus to name. This Cerberus class will be named after, will be called the Damnation. They'll be captained by Khan. Spelt like that. Literally, spelt like that. Okay. We also have the 2 Excaliburs to name as well. I think I've got some Excaliburs left. Yeah, there they are. This will be named after, in memory, because the captain's died, if you may remember, after David the Caring Draconian game. So we're going to have the Atlas. Again, the Atlas returns. So remembering the ship, those are, and the Angry Angels. Angry Angels. Okay, so they're back. And then I believe we had some other ships to name as well. We had some Prometheuses to name, to bring back. I'm not sure how many Prometheuses. Do I have many? I've only got 2 destroyers left in the fleet, which is kind of handy, because I might just promote you guys. You know what? I'm going to promote you guys. You guys can join. Do you know what? You can join the cruisers. So you guys are getting a promotion. Before you had destroyers. Now we're going to have the HM, NZS, Achilles, in memory of the Achilles that died in an earlier conflict. And we'll have the famous ship from the story. If you haven't read it, guys, it's on the Patreon. If you're a Patreon, you should check it out. I wrote a whole story around the Hernan Cortez. So much that I fall in love with the name I decided to write a whole story around it. It's all up on Patreon. You should check that out if you're a Patreon member. If you're not a Patreon member, then obviously you can sign up for as little as $1 and read the story there. It's really well written. I will say so myself because I wrote it. But yeah, I used to enjoy writing sci-fi stories. So hopefully you guys think it's good enough. I don't know. If you have read it, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of the story. But I think it's really good. It follows two pilots, one called Jaeger, which you would have seen in the previous video, and another one called Ramirez. And yeah, I loved it. I loved writing it. It was good fun. And then we have the Bane of Life. The Bane of Life. Returns. Not content with that. Not content with that. But content with the size of the fleet. We're doing pretty well fleet-wise. The Spirilax Multitude. That was going to be our target in this episode. I do need to check on my worlds. Do I have anything to do? No. We're not really expanding our worlds at the moment. They're pretty good as they are. So we're gonna hit the Spirilax. They're going to be our next sort of slave. Well, slaves. I say slaves. Vassal. They're pathetic compared to us. So we're gonna declare war on them. We're gonna fly over there. We're gonna take their stuff, and hopefully, once we've taken their stuff, everything will be good as rain and right as rain. Right as rain. That's the word I'm looking for. So we're gonna declare war, and all we want to do is vassalize them. Now I'm picking on all the little guys. I know what you're gonna say. Actually, before we do that, do they actually have a defensive pact with anybody? They have a defensive pact with the Feral Citizen League. So do we have? What do we have? We have an aggression pact with Stargate. Now, how do they compare to us? Would they come and help them? They're equivalent, so that could be bad. I wonder if we can we do some kind of diplomacy. They don't like us very much at the moment. If you remember, they had that massive fleet, didn't they? Will you give us an active sense of thing? We'll see. Let's send them that. Let's see what they say. So, they're happy with us. Where's their fleet? I think their fleet is over here, isn't it? No, it's not. Where's their fleet? Are they at war? That is the question. I mean, they're happy with us. That's the main thing. We insult the Spirilax. I'm not sure we can insult them again, but I've insulted them as much as I can.
Construction complete.
Oh, someone's died. Oh, one of our scientists has died. We need a new scientist. I mean, the only problem is we don't have battleships yet, so research speed. Well, then none of them are going to biology, so it doesn't really matter. 11 months till battleships. I mean, we do have our allies, which gives us 10k, so we have a 38k, they have 10k, that's 40k. So So there's their fleet, which is 51k. That's really powerful. How have they got? They got 11 battleships, 21 class. What's their battleships? Let's have a look at their. Can we look at their battleships? They 35 assault armies and 12 robotic assault armies. So I want to just see their fleet. That's what I want to do. Where is it? It's at Tinder. There's their fleet. So what have they got? They have railguns with a mixture of large plasma accelerators. So they're using plasma and railguns. And they're pretty well teched up. Not as well teched up as me, but it's the power, it's the amount of ships they have. They like to keep a balanced amount, the AI, don't they? I think so. Yeah, I feel small in comparison. Oh, it's not going to cost much for us to upgrade our ships, so we'll do that now. I'm not sure that's going to change our power of our ships, I will add. What? I wonder if we can get an admiral that will... I know there's an upkeep one which we've got. I was really hoping there was going to be like an admiral available that was really well trained. Alright, that did put them up to 40.5k. So we're a 40k fleet. What about the Boki? Who are they like with? They're pathetic. Oh, we're defending them, and as are the Sin tribes. Do we have a defensive pact? I think we do with the Sin tribes as well, don't we? Who do they have a defensive pact with us? So they're defending with us. So we could risk it, guys. That's the big question. Do we risk trying to? I kind of want to get more ships up and running. What about these guys? Do these guys have any defensive packs? No, they don't. We could go after the Wraith. They're pathetic in comparison to us now. Look at, well, yeah. You know, that could be a thing that we do. We could come down here and beat up the Wraith. What do you reckon? I'm really worried about these Urgalak destroyers. That's the problem. They're so big now and dangerous. That could be the next way forward. So let's think about this. How are these guys doing? They're pathetic and they're inferior to us. What about? But they're one massive alliance. You see, they're pathetic, inferior to us. Doesn't mean they don't have stuff. It just means they're considered pathetic and friendly to us. And this Ventricis Made, they're massive. They're equivalent. So we've got a level up. They're integrating someone else again. I think we're going to get stuck again, aren't we? We could just wait for our battleships to finish in 3 months. We could get to the point that we're happy where we could get some battleships. This is taking forever. Everything's taking forever now. I mean, if you look at our traditions, I have one more to finish here. 6,000 unity. We've got research speed already, so yeah, I'm really at one of those points where I don't know what to do. Wait for battleships. Wait for battleships, Spain.
New technology acquired.
So we have battleships. What can we research now? So we've got a wave of technologies. We can get swarmer missiles. Now, if I remember right, these are supposed to be quite cool. We can get carriers. What's a kinetic battery? I think I want to go for swarmer missiles. They seem cool. We're going to do that. Right. Let's go to our ship designer. So we can now design battleships. So this is the second version of the Daedalus, as I like to call it. We'll call this the we'll call this actually the Odyssey class. Can't remember Odyssey. No, Odyssey's 1D, Bane. Pretty sure. Isn't it Odyssey with 2 S's? Or 1 S? I can never remember. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Right, so we're going to want it to be that. We're going to have good stuff on it. I want it to be a damage dealer, so weapon damage and fire rate. I think it's the way to go. Right, so in terms of what we got, we can have the spinal mount bow, clearly, which will give us a particle lance.
Objective complete.
Which I think is going to... Science officer Hildegard Bergmeister has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Mara Detta 4A. The text contains a staggering amount of data, and the mural evidently serves as a low-tech library. It describes in broad terms the collective technological knowledge of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy some 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data does contain several promising leads for technologies we had yet to consider. There is enough data here to keep our scientists busy for decades. But we will need an orbital research facility to continue the translation of it. Intriguing. Except it's not in our space. So we've got the spinal mount bow, and we can have an artillery core. So I think this is where you go big, right? So we can have gamma lasers, 45 to 78. We can have... I like sticking with railguns. Quantum missiles, 48 to 72. Firepower. Da da da. We can give him a broadside stern. Mixing some like plasma cannons. See, the plasma cruiser isn't necessarily the way to go. So we need to power some of this stuff here. But we also need shields. And armour. We're going to have shield capacitors, and we still have enough space to fit yet more shields. Now we're going to need to start looking at energy. So our ships can be pretty tough. 75% damage reduction with 980 shields. I think that's pretty good. Oh, you guys will tell me, I'm sure, in the comments if this is wrong. So this is the Odyssey class. Yes, I want to override it. I kind of want to get rid of the Vindicator. That's a terrible name. So we now have the Odyssey. Actually, we'll call this the... So we had the BC-304, right? Where's our battle cruisers gone? Oh, there it's Daedalus. And now we've got Odyssey. Okay, so I think we need to build some of these babies, which means some upgrades to come. So we need to build at spaceport. We need to build a... Am I missing an upgrade here? Oh no, we can just build them. We're going to need some more minerals for that. We're lacking minerals, I'm sad to say. I really want a battleship. That's one of the things that's really annoying me at the moment, is we are so lacking minerals right now. So, where did we have a construction ship somewhere? We've got one at Venus. That could come down, because we took this area, I remember this now, we took this in the last episode. So we can build a mining station there.
Incoming transmission.
Yes, but I want to do stuff with you guys, but let's turn that back to automatically explore. That's at Sol. So these guys at Sol, you guys could get over here. You could actually start being useful and building some research stations. You could get over here and you could start building some mining stations. We need mining stations. Right, so what we need a mining focus. That's what I think we need. Let's have a look at our planet. So these are all upgraded. Oh, look at this. Is the problem with giving the AI your sectors. Look how many upgrades needs to happen here. This is what happens when you give. All you got to do, guys, is upgrade your stuff. That's all that's required of you. So so Coronium's done. We've got a new technology. We've now got neutron torpedoes. We can get Titan sensor prototype, Tachyon Lance 2, partially depleted ZPMs. I think we'll go for that. That sounds cool to me. Right, what about Rakaran Prime? Anything up here? No, that's looking pretty good. Maraid, do you need Lemurium? Yes, you have upgrades to do to mining networks, surprisingly. Carafor. Yep, tons of upgrades needed here. Heck, there's even stuff, you're not building stuff. We need minerals, don't need food, got tons of food. Give me mining network. Actually, no, what can we build? Commercial plaza. Mineral processing plant, that's what we want. So many unfulfilled potentials on my planets. Lonvitium, again. I apologise to this, guys. I'm losing all my money here that we wanted to save because my sector guys they're just not. That is a planet, Remorium. So they humiliated the Wraith. Right, what we can do in the meantime is sell some of our energy credits, because I've just remembered we could do that. So there should be the Rigorans. Was it the Rigoran? No, the Mutagen Merchant Guild. So we would like to trade for minerals, please. We can do this a couple of times because we're not short of energy credits. So that means I can go to Draken and I can actually then build a battleship, because all I want in my life is a battleship. Is that too much to ask? I ask you guys, is that too much to ask? They take up 8. Well, we can build 1. But it will be truly worth it. And then we will take our fleet down, and I think we'll go pick on the Wraith, as we can't really pick on the Spirilax at the moment. I know our governors has leveled up. Of course, I'm expecting this to rise when we actually finish construction of all the stuff that we're supposed to be building. You know, there's our second battleship. Our construction ship's working hardly away.
Construction complete.
That gives us a Rillium ore.
Construction complete.
We finished the new research. We now have Swarmer missiles. So I can either get the F-303. I think... Oh, Marauder missiles. I think getting the F-303 to me seems like the way to go. She does a bit more damage. We certainly do not need any more food. So I could look at replacing some of my food resources now, which I think is going to be the way to go with mining networks. I feel like dropping these guys over. So let's just see, these guys have finished here. You, sir, can return. And you can return.
Incoming transmission.
Of course, you all want my technology, don't you? You all want my superiorness. Right, so we should have a battleship now somewhere in the mix as well. We do, the Crusader. We have an inactive running because someone's moved away, because they do. Right, so we have the Crusader in our fleet. Look at this glorious fleet. Have you ever seen so many ships? Oh, we've got a tradition event, so we can finally finish this, which gives us another ascension slot. So we can basically expand our border range. World Shaper, one vision. Imperial Power, Core Sector Systems +5, Shared Destiny. This spaceport
declared.
The spaceport. So what's happening? Who's declared war on who? So let's spend this.
Construction complete.
We'll get orbital engineering then, I suppose. Don't know if that's a good thing to do.
Incoming transmission.
Or we can get expanded commercial ports. You see the mothball thing? Let's do the expanded commercial port there. They really want to take out. The Urgalite destroyers have declared war on the far else we have guaranteed. So we're now at war. Right, we're at war, guys. So we need to go help our friends. There's like some kind of let's just slow things down. Whoa, 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 whoa. So there's some kind of So where are the Urgalak? That's the question. I mean, I guess we're going to go fight the Urgalak. So I guess we're going for it. Send the fleet. We'll get more battleships eventually. They want a Rillium ore. And how much Rillium ore do we get? Maybe. And they want to give us Teldar crystals. Yeah, okay, go on then. Why not? So each one of our battleships is like 1.3k, so that's pretty cool. Quite happy with that. We'll keep it in orbit for now, because there's no point trying to send it off on its own. Down to 8 our allies. They're disloyal. Now, don't make me liberate you guys. Our fleet is not. I need to speed things up a little bit, guys, don't I? That's what I need to do. Wow, look at that, 51k fleets. They have particle lances as well, and they've got really bad tech in some respects and good tech in others. They've got 4 battleships and 27 battle cruisers. So the Faral Citizen League is there, so they're going to fight over there. Our fleet is coming in, so I want to come finish them off really. I want to watch this fight because this is going to be a fight to end all fights really. We need to really bring our armies down eventually. Several lightning strikes have caused massive forest fires in Rickham. So it's been quite a while away from our colony. The smoke they create can be seen from many regions away. With some like these fires clear out some land for us to reclaim and use later. Okay. I'll take your word for it. So that war has now started. Look at the firepower. It's a pretty reasonably even fight. Unless I can get here, of course. We are trying to get there to help our allies in battle. Here we go. We have now arrived. Did they retreat, the enemy? They did retreat. Alright, so we're here now.
Unit under attack. New technology acquired.
So we've got some new technology, our luxury hotels, where that means. We need to bring our armies down because this is going to take a while otherwise. So they've got 19,000 fleet there that we could look to engage. So let's go over here to Caravan, I should say. Back to Draken. Get another Odyssey class up. And hopefully our snare cruisers will be enough to kind of hold that fleet in place.
Construction complete.
Yes. Let's slow things down. We decimated that fleet. That was pretty fun, I gotta be honest. It's not over yet. I was quite enjoying that, to be honest with you. That little bit of triumph. Now they got their fleet down there, but this is going to be a bit of an opportunity to sort of push back. Lots of experience being gained. What I could do is get my science ship, where is it, to come research projects in this system. Alright, she's a bit of a way away, but she's not miles away. Still saving up for yet more battleships. Despite having a battleship yard, they're still really expensive. So we know there's a fleet gathering there, there's a fleet gathering here. I think we'll hit Tatanga next. That's got to be our next target. The Faral have another fleet coming down. Right, let's have a look at our war fleet as it arrives. What corvettes I have will probably die in this. It does look like we're losing corvettes indeed. Not that we have much space for corvettes really now at this point in the game. A little glowy particle lance is waiting to fire. Governor's died. We'll have to sort that out in a minute. Let's try and find our fleets. Hopefully it's here. Yes, it is. So I think the Urgalak are going to regret their aggression, to be honest with you. I think that's going to be the case. Let's contact our friends at the Mutagen. We would like to trade some more minerals, please. Get some more battleships under construction. Alright, speed things up a little bit. Get out Stargate Command teams to drop on Lapra. Not quite ready to drop, nearly ready to drop. Do we have a war goal? What is your war goal? I don't really want to humiliate. I should have set my own war goals really, but there we go.
Planetary assault complete.
So we won the planetary assault. Who have we lost? We lost General Fran Haru, who just died at the age of 84. So now we've lost our general, which is kind of annoying. So where are my allies now? I can't actually see them anywhere. But they're down south now. What we're going to do is we'll sweep towards... What's this? A task force? Interesting.
New technology acquired.
It's trying to amass a smaller fleet back at Corovan. They just built a military station there. A sensor station. Not really sure I'm pretending to understand what they're up to. So we can get phase disruptor arc emitters. Traveller particle cannon. That sounds like a cool thing to have as well. While a group of local fishermen were out on their weekly routine catch, they noticed something massive laying on the waters. They reported their coordinates but were unable to find them. The only object managed to find was the fisherman's broken ship. They are presumed dead. However, we do have some options. We can avenge their deaths and attempt to kill the two. That could affect the local ecosystem, so how big of a part this bomb plays in it. So we're trying to chase around after this task force that's here, which is now heading back to Tatanga. So I'm not really sure what our long-term goal will be at the moment. We'll move our transport fleet out of the way for the moment. I'm not sure what's happening with Viral at the moment. They're considered inferior now, these guys. They lost all their fleet pretty much. Hopefully we can now go and destroy their fleet. What a beautiful sight. One of my planets suffers from unrest. I've no idea why. Let's do some propaganda on this planet. Need to get a new scientist.
Hostile station engaged.
I think we've got this station. Meanwhile, back at our planet, we now have 6.7k to add. There's still many ships to build.
New technology acquired.
So we've just finished one of our researches to now build a country mansion. Advanced orbital energy and farming network. More hydroponics. I think we'll go for the advanced. That sounds cool. Let's bring our transport fleet down to Bondoga. I'm not sure if we're the only lucky ones at the moment that are winning this battle. Don't need to go for repairs yet. I think what we'll do is we'll do this landing, guys, but I think we're going to call it there then. Because I'm pretty much sure the Urgalak are in their own, well, their own fault really, but are in trouble. You seem to be winning the ground battle, so.
Planetary assault complete.
Look at that, the war score just jumped massively. Well, I think, guys, we'll call it there. I'll see you in the next episode where we'll pretty much just carry on right from here. We'll be hitting Color Door next. So, see you in the next episode, guys. This is Bane, signing out.